ready and not before.
Need your aid.
Welcome! Time has no meaning here. Your pain will be endless. Distasteful! You stand victorious. Your heart's desire. The Atlas.
Hey guys, this is Pidge, welcome to the channel and welcome to the end of our journey. This is the finale, this is the min-max version of my build, something for you to aspire to and put all of your currency into if you want to keep on playing. As I mentioned in the last video, I won't be progressing my own character to this level because I'm done with the league. I think this is probably my last day on the league. I'm just polishing up the challenges. I was hoping to have them all complete before I did this video so I could show off the funky portals, but I'm stuck at 30 right now, but I intend to get it all done today. So if you have enjoyed the series, please drop me a like below, subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing this again next league, and also feel free to leave me a message down below in the comments. So the footage that you just saw was my current build, the one on screen, the one in the level 95 POB, so update number 8. And as you can see, it is clearing extremely comfortably, both mapping and bossing. So I didn't feel the need to upgrade any further. Instead, I used my currency to buy remaining challenges that I wanted for the portals. Just to put this shift into context, we are now looking at over 5 times more damage. And I expect in game it'll actually be more than that, because the way that Syndicate operatives scale their damage is different to other minions. The skill that they use, called Secret Police Daggers, it doesn't fire 1 projectile, it actually fires 3. So for every projectile you're actually firing 3 projectiles, and that scales with your cast rate, and in addition to that, GMP or Awakened GMP fires 5 more projectiles. Now what I am unsure about is whether the 5 extra projectiles is actually 15, because are they firing 5 times 3, which is their normal projectile, or are they firing 5 more? I don't know. All I know is this is well over 100 million damage, in addition to being extremely tanky. In the first instance, you're looking at 95% evade chance, so you're only getting hit 5% of the time anyway. Then when you do get hit, we've got 68% physical damage reduction, 90% all res, and immunity to chaos damage. And all that then is wrapped in this 7,500 energy shield bubble. So this build is an absolute monster. I'll stress that now. This is an absolute monster. You get the numbers, this is going to perform insane. So although I won't be creating it myself because I'm through with the league, I'm really looking forward to some of you guys pushing to this limit and showing what the build is really capable of. Alright, let's look into it. Okay, the first thing I'll point out is I've put all the AG gear into the notes section, so you can easily follow that, and that saves all the questions. And now we'll move into the tree. So the first thing you'll notice is we've moved to 3 clusters. If you play my Golem build last league, you'll be familiar with this setup. So let's go through what's actually happening here. We are taking this wheel over here for a reduced mana reservation. Also this section here for RMR. This for RMR, and this for RMR. That's where all of your reduced mana reservation is coming from. The only other place it's coming from in the tree is from one of these clusters, which is this one, which has Sublime Form. All of the other medium clusters are replenishing presence with 35% increased effect, with attributes and attributes and attributes. So get as much attributes as possible, it's really important. So you can see we've got 5 of those. And then the other one is Sublime Form with replenishing presence. So that's the medium clusters. The large clusters, we're using 3 Rotten Claw, Vicious Bite, Renewal clusters with minions have increased attack and cast speed. You only actually need 1 of these, because we're only using 1 Vicious Bite. So the other one here could be a cheaper version. But just make sure that Vicious Bite and Renewal are accessible, so you don't want this one to be Renewal or Vicious Bite. I believe that the best way to test that, or to know that, which one's going to be here, is when you look at the large cluster, the one in the middle, so in this case Rotten Claws, will always be the one at the back. That's what I believe, that's what I've seen from my testing. But if you are unsure, then copy it from the trade website, put it into the POB, and just make sure that Vicious Bite and Renewal are here at the front too, because we do not want to be pathing to the back. Okay, so we need 1 with Renewal, Rotten Claws, Vicious Bite, and then we need 2 more with Renewal and Vicious Bite with anything at the back. We're not going to use the other one. For the jewels in the tree, we've got the Watcher's Eye with phasing and extra energy shield for your maximum mana. And this I've just called GG Jewel 2. You'll have to get the best ones that you can. These are what you would be looking for. These are the ideal jewels. It's going to be difficult this league because the amount of players playing is far less than previous leagues. So these items aren't going to be as readily available as they were, and if they are available, they're probably going to cost a lot of money. But we're min-maxing here. I'm not scrimping on money. This is what you get for your money. So all of the Cobalt Jewels are going to be 1% mana reserved, and you're looking for as much dex as possible with energy shield and minion damage. Fortress Covenant with 1% RMR. Conqueror's Efficiency with 1% RMR. Another one of the Cobalt Jewels. A Quickening Covenant with 1% RMR. A 1% Intuitive Leap, a 1% Might of the Meek, a 1% Unending Hunger, and another one of the Cobalt Jewels. Now if you manage to push your attributes as high as I've got mine here, then you'll be able to drop one of the Corrupted Jewels. So whichever one's the most expensive you wouldn't need. You can only drop one. So I don't know whether that would be Unending Hunger or maybe Intuitive Leap or Might of the Meek at this point. I don't know. But if you don't get your attributes as high as mine, then you would need 1% on all of these jewels, as I've shown here. The reason for that is we are actually generating more RMR from our helmet. I'll go over the items in a minute. The only other change from, say, the Golem build is that we need to path up here to get Death Attunement for an extra Spectre, and the other node we need to take is Necromantic Aegis. What this does is it gives all of the bonuses that are on your shield to your minions. You get no benefit from it whatsoever, but your minions get all the benefits of it. The character also needs to be a level 100 to reach this version, so just bear that in mind. Okay, looking at the items. This is all min-maxed. So we have a Convoking Wand with +1 level of spell skill gems, +1 level of all minion skill gems. Minions deal increased damage, minions have increased attack and cast speed, and then auras from your skills grant 2% increased damage to you and your allies. Really important, this is an extremely powerful wand. On the bottom there, I was fortunate enough to to build one with attributes. You're looking for attributes absolutely everywhere. They're so important. We're using a shield. This has got 25% block chance with 1% increased damage per 1% chance to block attack damage. Remember, we're giving this to our minions, so our minions get that. We also want to get chaos resistance on there. Life is nice to have, and then the +2 minimum power charges and +2 minimum frenzy charges. So you are getting the benefit of 2 power charges, 2 frenzy charges. Your minions will have that all the time. We're not relying on say Horse Chieftains or Carnage Chieftains generating those charges anymore. These charges will be up permanently. Mask of the Tribunal. There aren't going to be many of these available, but this is what you need. So it's got the Flesh and Stone reduced mana reservation, enchant, and then it's synthesized with 15% increased effect of non-curse auras from your skills. The reason this works really well is because of the critical strike multiplier. The Spectres attack so much, it's absolutely rapid. So the critical strike multiplier does play a big part in the damage here, and the more we scale our dexterity, the more critical strike multiplier we get. You'll see here I've got 512 dex, so you're actually getting 40%. Also with scaling strength, your minions gain extra defenses. In addition to all of that, your total attributes also counts towards your 1% reduced mana reservation. So here in this version, I'm getting 6% from this helmet. If I was able to push my attributes even higher to 1750, then I would get 7%. So it's almost like for like with the Alpha's Howl if you manage to push your attributes high enough. This is a +1 Sakawal's Nest. Here, all you're really looking for are high attributes and a 10% reduced mana reserved. Just a pair of rare sorcerer gloves, we're looking for energy shield and attributes. If you're fortunate enough to get an open prefix, then you can put area of effect and level of AoE gems. Gorion's Delusion boots, giving us Purity of Lightning. By putting Purity of Lightning into our boots, it opens up a gem socket for Assassin's Mark, which we'll talk about in a minute. So here you're getting Purity of Lightning. Make sure you get the energy shield version of these. I'm sure if you're building this build, you're well versed in those sort of things, but I will just point it out. You want a Simplex Amulet. Here I've gone for Energy Shield. I could have gone for Attributes. So Energy Shield with Clarity and 6% reduced RMR with Champion of the Cause allocated. We've got Unset Rings here with Attributes, Energy Shield, minions deal damage, and then crafted on the Veiled mod, which is shock nearby enemies for 4 seconds when you focus. I think that's the wording on that has changed slightly, but it's not going to affect the build whatsoever. Here, the same ring pretty much, but with aspects of the Avian crafted onto it. Still using the Darkness Enthroned, which is just an amazing belt. That allows us to put 2 more RMR jewels into the build. And here I've gone for just Strength, Dex, and then Energy Shield, and then double damage. Okay, I put in all the new flasks for 315, so here we have the Basalt Flask of Reflexes. You'll see at the bottom of this flask I've put in all of the Animate Guardian buffs, all of the buffs provided by this gear here that I've put in the notes section. So Experimenter's Basalt of Reflexes, Stibnite of Heat, Granite of Warding, Bottled Faith, and Quicksilver Flask of Iron Skin. You can mix and match these however you want. So, I mean, this could be of heat and this could be of reflexes. It really doesn't matter as long as you get all 4 of those. You need to have this now, the heat one, because we're not using the Alpha's Howl anymore, so you're not getting immunity to freeze. Okay, moving on to the skills. In the helmet, we're using Val Haste, Val Grace, Divergent Determination, that's important, get that, and Val Discipline. In the boots, you can test swapping these around. So in the boots, I've left in here sort of an extra slot here because I know when playing Golems last league, I actually liked having Meat Shield up to protect my my Animate Guardian. But this league and with the Spectres, it might feel completely different. So you might be able to run Feeding Frenzy with Golem, Raised Spectre, Raised Zombie, sorry, and Animate Guardian. So that is my recommended 4-link, but if you find anything dying in here, hopefully not your Guardian, but if you find anything dying, then you could always swap out Feeding Frenzy or Carrion Golem for Meat Shield. You're not really going to feel the difference in terms of damage. In the gloves, we're using Purity of Ice, Purity of Fire, Pride, and Vitality, Divergent Vitality. Weapon 1, Anomalous Flesh and Stone with Maim and Convocation. Weapon 2, Dread Banner, Precision, and Awakened Generosity. I think now this can come down to 5. Yeah, that can just be Awakened 5. So, Divergent Dread Banner, Divergent Precision, and Awakened Generosity. In the 6th link, we've got Damage on Full Life with Awakened Brutality, Awakened Minion Damage, Raised Spectres, Level 21 Raised Spectres, Awakened GMP, and Awakened Vicious Projectiles. Divergent Assassin's Mark in the Unset Ring, Flame Dash in the other ring, and then you're getting Bone Armor from your Ascendancy. We're getting Aspects of the Avian from one of the Unset Rings, Clarity is coming from the Amulet, Purity of Lightning is coming from the Boots, and Vulnerability is coming from the Animate Guardian. So that's the build. It's a little bit of a shame that I couldn't go ahead and build it myself. This was my intention for the league. But I'm just not feeling the league. But I really hope some people in the community actually make this, and obviously let me know how it feels. I think it's going to be disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And it was just really important for me to put this out there to everybody who'd followed the diary. Obviously, I wasn't going to let it just come to an end. So this is what I was aiming for, and this is what you can continue to strive towards. I hope you did enjoy this build diary. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments whether you enjoyed it as well, whether you'd like to see this come back again in 3.16. And yeah, drop me a like if you did, subscribe to the channel. I'm always going to be milling about in Discord. I'm going to be doing some Rust content now in the coming weeks. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the league. Okay, that's me. Peace out.